Hey friends, I'm Danielle and welcome to In Bloom. It's been about a week or so, 2 weeks since I last posted a video, so I'm excited to do this and have y'all see it. And today, I missed you guys, and today I want to talk about these things that I've been doing in my life that it's a practice that I'm calling "this is good because." So it's really simple. And when something happens that I might, uh, out of habit, go kind of into negative thinking about, um, I try to counter it with finding a reason why it's good. And the more I'm doing it, the more it's become a habit. And what it does is it helps me not feel as kind of crappy about something that might be a crappy situation, and helps me find gratitude and joy and maybe kind of like the silver lining, per se, of the situation. For me, in the last few months, I've been going through this learning journey, I'll call it. I think my life in the last few years has been a really great learning journey, but definitely in the last few months, healing through some heartache and just really having to look inside of myself. And part of that is finding things to be grateful for. I've talked about gratitude lists and just finding the positive in things that maybe when life gives us lemons, kind of we make that lemonade type situation. So it's really easy. Let's say something happens, like you really had your hopes on seeing somebody. This is just an example, but let's say like you were really excited to see somebody on Sunday, and they called you and they said, "Oh, I can't do it today, or for a few weeks." And your initial thought is, "Okay, that sucks. Like, I really wanted to see this person," and you're feeling sad. And your habit may be to be grumpy, and maybe something like that could ruin your day. I know in the past it definitely has for me. And so what I do is I say, "Okay, this is good." So I admit like my feelings, because that's really important, right? We have to admit our feelings. So I say like, "Oh, I feel really sad," or "I feel disappointed," or "I feel, maybe angry." But then I'm like, "Okay, this is good because now I have the time to do something else that I've really wanted to see." Or this is good because I know that person hasn't been feeling very well, and this gives them an opportunity to rest. So I'm glad to give them an opportunity to rest instead of, having to maybe do something that's not the best for them either. So it might be something that we find good for the other person, a little bit of empathy, compassion, or it might be something that we find good for ourselves. And so that's really helpful. And then the other thing I wanted to kind of talk about is, like I said, for me, the past few months have been this learning journey, and they've been filled with definitely some highs, but more some kind of like mid-range feelings and emotions, and just really like learning things about myself that don't always feel good, but that's good because I'm learning things about myself, so then I eventually can feel really good. But I have to remember that life isn't always a bunch of highs. We're gonna have highs and we're gonna have lows, and the lower moments are good because they're learning moments. And that's what I try to remember. When I start to get into this thinking of feeling bad for myself, feeling sorry for myself, like, "Oh, why did that have to happen? Oh, poor me." Or, "Oh, this really sucks." Or sometimes when I just don't feel 100% all the time, I start to, worry maybe there's something wrong with me, or maybe there's something, and there's nothing wrong with us. We're humans, which is actually really great. And as humans, we have feelings, we have emotions, and when we start to look at them and we start to become really in touch with ourselves, sometimes they don't feel very good. And that's okay. And that's good because we're learning through them. And on the other side of that is freedom, it's joy, there's gratitude, and there's a lot of love. And when we're feeling low, if we can give ourselves love and we can find maybe just a little bit of positivity in it, that's going to keep us going. And it's one moment at a time. And sometimes if I can just find something to be positive and happy about in each moment, on a day that might not be as great, then that's good enough for me. And then eventually moments go by, and minutes and hours and days, and then I'm like, oh man, I feel awesome. And I did the work. And I let myself, and I gave myself permission to not feel great 100% of the time. And that's really important, friends, because if we're constantly trying to force ourselves to feel good while ignoring our feelings, then that's when we start to get really low and feel really crappy. But if we admit our feelings and then find a genuine reason why something is good, then that's when we start to let love and joy in. So, how are you going to let love and joy in this week? What can you find that might seem kind of crappy, but where's the good? It's so good that I am able to do this. I love being able to send these videos out. I love the feedback that I get from everybody. It definitely helps me. I just thank you guys for watching. And if you like these videos and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe and hit the like button. And we'll see you soon. Bye.